Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Woo. Did you want to use your mic?
Oh, I don't know. Is it over here? Okay.
Yeah, looks like somebody.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a disappearing mic.
Yeah,
Right here, I'll come over.
It's the great mic drop.
Mic drop, that's it.
That's what they did at the Bat Mitzvah, remember?
No, she did a yacht drop.
Oh, a yad drop.
Watch that over there. I don't know what happened.
All right, let's take a nice deep breath of Shabbat air. We breathe in everything that we want to hold on to. All those moments of connection, those moments of love, those moments maybe of struggle, those moments of light and air, moments of sun. We breathe those in and we breathe out everything else. There's a lot of angst in our community, in the world. Let's breathe that all out. For the moment we're here, we will breathe in healthy, happy air, and for a moment turn off our smartphones and just focus on one another. So let's breathe in again. Feels good, right? Feels really good to be together, really good. All right, Bruce, why don't you officially welcome us home?
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. And for those of you who haven't been here in a little while, we say welcome home as opposed to welcome because this is our home. And we don't want to tell you, oh, you're just visiting here. You're part of this place. Whether you're a member, whether you're a visiting person this evening, you're still part of us. You're still part of the Temple family this evening. And speaking of our members, we just wrapped up a lovely new member pizza dinner, and we have our special new member Shabbat tonight where we recognize those who have joined our Temple family in the last year, and we appreciate those of you who have joined us and are part of this truly wonderful Temple family. Rabbi talked about breathing out the bad and breathing in the good. Today we had some rare good news from the Middle East. There were 2 hostages released, 2 Americans, mother and daughter, and so it was nice to hear good news about that. And hopefully we have much more of that in the coming weeks. A quick reminder, we don't do this every week, but periodically, just a quick reminder of be aware of your surroundings here in the sanctuary. If you need to get out in a hurry, if the rabbi's sermon goes long, or you don't like the jokes in the announcements.
I don't take it personally.
You don't like the jokes, things like that. There's an exit door there that goes right out to the yard. We have a door up here to the right of the bima, and of course, if you go out the sanctuary doors, or at least the sanctuary openings, because we still don't have our doors, they're coming. But if you go out those openings there, you can either go to the right and go out the main door to the back parking lot, or you go right out to the left and you're on the front lawn. It's always good just to know where your surroundings are, and if anything should pop up during the service. We do have a first aid kit, we have a stop the bleed kit, and we have a, what's it called? It's a defibrillator. Yeah, but it's called something else now. AFib? 80 what? ADD. See, I have attention. Anyway, we have one of those. If you need it, we have it. But we always want to be ready just in case. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome home to our new members, and welcome home to everyone. I'll be back later with the announcements. Joanne warned me it's a long list, and oh my God, it is. I will be editing it on the fly, believe me, because there's a lot of stuff there. So, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
You'll do speed announcements, right?
I will.
Let's turn to page 128. How beautiful. We had beautiful weather today. Ma Yafeh Hayom. It's the second prayer there. How beautiful it is. Shabbat Shalom.
Ma Yafeh Hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Everyone together. Maya Hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Maya Hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
I like that pause. That's the
Yeah.
tricking pause.
I tricked Harvey. Who else did I trick?
The worst is on High Holidays, there's one melody at the end of it. And for the first 3 years we worked together, I always made that mistake.
Oh, you'll have to let me know. You have to put your hand up
I'm
next
good.
High Holidays and you say, that's the one. Because I don't know which one it
It's
is.
at the very end. I think it's over, and then it has an extra little
Is it
bit.
the full Kaddish?
It's not a
the
Kaddish.
Hasidic
No,
Kaddish?
but
Oh.
it's, yeah. All right, let's bring in the angels of Shabbat. They're designed to let us relax. They let us sit back. We're supposed to get our second soul. That's that extra soul, so we can't possibly get sick on Shabbat. Page 142, we welcome them in, and we also say goodbye to them when they make their journey after Shabbat.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boker Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barakuni l'shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh
Hashem. Sedechem shalom, malachei shalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei malachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We're going to turn back to our candles, which are on page 120, and I'd like to invite up Tara Karch-Cross and Stephen Cross. Oh, he already stepped out. I was going to invite Sadie too. But Tara will represent the band. Tara is our membership chair, and she helped to design and plan our service and does so much on our executive committee. We're very appreciative. The candle blessing is on page 120, and I told her all she has to do is light them, but that's actually the hardest thing. Oh, Bruce, you lit our menorah here. Thank you.
Every number.
I told you.
I know.
There we go. Okay. Yep, perfect. Okay, we bring in Shabbat light, and we're going to sing our prayers to welcome in Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher hirshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
May the lights of Shabbat light our way through Shabbat. Now, Tara, if you could lift up our Kiddush cup there, and the prayer is on page 123. Cantor will recite it.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Bobei hariagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kirshanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, be'ahava u'v'ratzon, hinchilanu, zikaron le'maseh v'reishit, ki hu yom tekilah le'mikra'ei kodesh, zechar yetziat Mitzrayim, kivanu v'acharta v'yotanu kidasha mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'v'ratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. L'chaim. Thank you, Tara. It's up to you. Oh. This is how we help each other out.
Thank you, Rabbi. It was lit, I promise.
Every time we come into the sanctuary, I know that I've mentioned this many times, we have a different group. Every group, every week is unique. And that's one of the beautiful things about a synagogue, that you always have people coming and going, attaching to it at different times. And it makes the experience so much better. If it was always the same people, maybe we get tired of one another, but each week we get to meet new people, maybe that we haven't met, and to sing together in new ways, get to maybe sit in different seats and explore. It's really very important when we think about our communities, they're never static. The community that we have here at Congregation Shir Shalom, which has been evolving for 11 years, is definitely not the same community we had back in 2012. And it is not the same community we had back in 2022. Every year it's a little different, and that is really very important for the vitality of our congregation. So when new people come in and they choose not only to attend services, we love to have people that from all around the community come, but when they choose to actually officially become a member, it makes a big difference. It makes a big difference to all of our membership here. Not only does it help us financially, but it also helps us spiritually, because we need each other. We need to keep this fresh and alive. And each and every one of you that come in here, you make a big difference. Each of you matters. So what I'd like you to do, we're going to offer you a blessing for our new member Shabbat. So if you're a new member, please rise. And Cantor and I are going to recite the priestly blessing for you. Please, come on, don't be shy. And some of our new members are new to the area. Some of them are new old members, like I told Michael Gold there. Old in the sense that you've been part of our community at different times. Not anything. Michael's a very young person. But all of you make a difference. We're so glad that you joined us tonight, and we hope that you feel really connected to our community. So for those of you in our congregation that aren't standing, please raise your hands like this, and we are going to be part of the blessers of our new members here. May God bless you and watch over you. May God shine God's light upon you and grant you comfort. May God lift God's face to you and grant you and all of us peace. And we say, Amen. May you feel fully accepted by your new community. May this be a place of belonging and connection for you wherever you go in your life. Thank you. Thank you. All right, we are going to, now that we've welcomed the new members, let's welcome Shabbat. She's been waiting outside the door. L'chadodi is on page 139. We're going to be singing the 8th and 9th verses. This is what's called the Lincoln melody. And on the last verse, we're going to rise, face the doorway. Shabbat's a little shy over there. And we'll sing to her, bow to her, and then welcome each other by waving.
Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 Pnei Shabbat nekambela. We go to paragraph 8. Yamin small tivroti ve'etadonai tarisi aliyadish ben parsi ben ismecha ben nagila holecha doni ikrat kala bnei shaman nekambela holecha doni ikrat kala bnei shaman nekambela. We face the entrance. Boi v'shalom, ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'v'tzola, toch emunei am zekula, boi kala, holy B'nei Shabbat nekambela. B'nei Shabbat nekambela.
We remain standing for our call of community. Look at our beautiful community, page 146, the Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamevorach. Baruch Adonai Hamevorach le'olam.
We continue singing about love, Ahavat Olam, page 150.
Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amcha ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Al ken Adonai Eloheinu B'shofteinu u'v'komeinu Nasiach b'chukecha ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו באורך ימינו והם נגע יומם הלילה. ואהבתך התשימי בין כל עולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל.
Page 152.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
You may be seated, page 154, V'ahavta.
Adonai Elohecha, b'kol levavecha בנפשך ובכל מיותיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברתם בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות הידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם המזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Let's read together in English. Love your God on 155. Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all my mitzvot, so that you can be holy for your God. I am Adonai your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai your God. We continue with the Micha Mocha 158. We take the brave step of walking through the sea into the unknown. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. Blessed are you, God, who redeems Israel. We rise, page 164.
we have Vishamru.
Oh, Vishamru, right. Sorry. How could I forget that? We need our clappers. Page 162, Vishamru at the top, and I know Linda in the back, she's going to help me out here.
So to shorten it a little bit, we're going to do the it's like the 3 verses in there. We're going to do the first 2 verses together rather than keep going back and forth. A little bit different, but this is how like some communities do it. Here we go. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael Shabbat לעשות את השבת לתורתם בריתותיו ושמרו בני ישראל את
ואת השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לתורתם ולגדולה ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לתורתם ולגדולה וביום השביעי שבת וינפש שבת וינפש שבת וינפש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לתורתם ולגדולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לתורתם ולגדולם.
A thought has blown the marketplace away. There is a song in the wind and joy in the trees. Shabbat arrives in the world, scattering a song in the silence of the night. Eternity utters a day. We rise, page 164, if you're able, and we are going to do the first prayer, Adonai Svatai, but we're also going to do the beginning of the Amidah out loud tonight. Page 166, we'll do it together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imateinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot U'Mevii Geula L'Pnei Bneihem L'Man Shemo V'Ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah
Next page.
Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Michayei Hakol Atah Rav Lehoshia Mashiv HaRuach U'Morit HaGashem Michal Lekel Chaim V'Chesed Michayei Hakol B'Rakamim Rabim Somek Noflim V'Rofei Kolim U'Matir Asumrim U'Mekayim אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות וביטחון מלך, מלך דוד ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לך חיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מקיים הכל.
We continue quietly with our own private prayers through page 180, and whenever you're ready, you may be seated. Continue with our prayer of peace, O says Shalom, at the bottom of 180.
O says Shalom Bimrama, Uya says Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael.
It's so moving to sing a prayer for peace together here at our services. I can feel it's different than a normal time. We sing O Says Shalom a lot, but it really felt a little different. We're going to turn our prayers to healing. And believe me, if we had an accurate list, we would have maybe the whole world on it. But we have our list that we have. If you ever have a name you'd like to say, just call our office. The prayer is on page 371. I'm going to read our list, and then if you have people that you'd like to say out loud, just raise your hand, and I'll go around the congregation. As a community, we are thinking about Frema Ackerholt, Gail Ackerholt, Gary Bernstein. Very good news, he's doing much better. Stephen Bernstein, Colleen Cohen, Shelley Cordiero, Sue Diath, David Denzel, Jan Drucker, Nancy Durkin, Wissam El-Malki, David Feuerstein, Sue Frank, Marlene Glickman, Carolyn and Ernie Grosser, Hillary Hurwitz, Ellen Kaminsky, Colleen and Ruth Kane, Ken Kellick, Mark Nightinger, Jim Kiles, Richard LeBaire, Emily Langen, Miles Levy, Frederick Lynette, Darlene Lloyd, Fanny Markell, Nancy and Sydney Millman, Aaron Nevler, Joan Ollendorf, Joe Marie Powers, Maddie Rinzenberg, Shell Rossi, Brandon Ryan, Mary Scioli, Lorenzo Stewart, Judy Van Horn, Elaine Veshalevsky, Iris Weinstein, Mike Wheeler, Alexander Woods, Gail Zaretsky, Chana Chaya Batzlatki, Nahum Ben Yisrael Vachaya, and Chana Ezra Ben Shul. If you have other names, just raise your hand.
Roberta Friedman and Marsha Friedman.
Ernie Steffi, Tully.
Diane Deegan and Cheryl Palmer. Stephen Schussel and Robin Sloan. George Sheena. Dick Becker and Roy Post.
Renee Klein, Don.
Miriam Baxter,
Karen Deegan and Howard Williams.
We'll bring all those names into our hearts and many more that we're thinking about, and we certainly extend our prayers of healing across the seas to all the people in our beloved homeland of Israel that are in need of support, as well as those suffering Palestinians as well. We bring all those names into our heart as we sing again, Misha Barak, 371.
Avotenu mikor chabraka libavotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberak imotenu mikor habraka laotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Complete healing of body and soul. Shabbat Shalom. Before I offer my remarks, which are going to be about the situation we're in right now, I'd like to invite up Sheila Bernard Tucker, who wrote a reflection about how she was feeling that I felt really captured how many of us are feeling. So thank you, Sheila. Sheila often will send me her reflections in the moment, and she's a deep feeling person. You can either over there or up here, whichever one you'd like. It's probably going to be easier on this one.
Okay. Shabbat Shalom.
Let me make this lower.
Thank you. I think I shrank. I entitled this, What Can I Do? As I write this, I must admit my sense of looking for reasons things happen is just not working for me this time. Those of you who know my poetry and articles have heard me quote my dad, always rationalizing the worst events with a positive outlook for the future. The attack on Israel has taken me into a mindset where the pain in my soul outweighs any optimism, and fear for my fellow Jews replaces any positivity I am struggling to find. I ask myself repeatedly, what can I do as a Jewish woman, wife, mother, and grandmother? I know I could be doing more and have this less than credible illusion of my traveling to our homeland and supporting the families dying of broken hearts, but I cannot. I cling to my tiny Star of David my grandmother bought me when I turned 8. I pray for the hostages' freedom and well-being. I pray for all of us here in our community. I realize through my pain and tears these prayers will fall vacant unless I pray as well one very necessary prayer. I must pray not to hate. Hatred will destroy our future and will eventually destroy and infect every part of our identity as Jews. We must not hate, and we must not channel this into investing these emotions in a direction of hope and survival for ourselves, for our families and friends. Even if we just continue our small acts of kindness in our community, we are recreating a house that has a strong enough foundation to withstand the ugliness of barbaric terrorism and anti-Semitism. As Golda Meir once said to President Biden, who visited Israel during the impending war when he was just a senator and admitted that he was worried about the fate of Israel, she said, "Joe will be okay." We have to be. We have no place else to go. We will be okay. I am once again able to picture how the strength of our people has been our reason for victory and survival. The strength of Israeli mothers and fathers letting go of the hatred and being able to speak on news broadcasts about the faith they have that their loved ones will survive captivity as they are strong and God will be with them. The strength Israelis displayed verbalizing acceptance their child has died in the hands of terrorists, which brought peace knowing that they will no longer suffer. That is strength, the ability to set aside hurt and devastation and become stronger, not weaker from this all. We will survive as Israel and Ukraine will survive. We have no place else to go.
Thank you, Sheila. I think you represent the way that many of us are feeling. We come here in the way that we can, just to be together, in a state of shock. Even after 2 weeks, it's only been 2 weeks, our wounds are fresh. It's impossible to come to grips about what has happened, how it happened, why it happened. If you're like me, you are trying desperately to move on, but finding it impossible to stop thinking about the horrors that we have experienced and continue to experience. We can't unsee what we have already seen. For many of us, the events of the past percolate in the present. We are traumatized people, now being re-traumatized. And once again, many of us are asking, where is the world when we most need it? Where are our friends? Where are our neighbors? The feeling of being isolated and alone is actually the perfect place to enter into this week's Torah portion, which is Noah. Noah is about one family having to navigate to safety by themselves. They must make impossible choices, saving themselves at the expense of everyone else, persevering in the face of complete and utter destruction. That's the world that we are in right now. That's the world that we speak out, the world of Noah. And we, in this time, 2 weeks after October 7th, we ask ourselves, where are our rainbows? Where are our olive branches? how will we find our way to safety as Noah did and his family did so many generations ago? So I wanted to present a few items of hope that maybe can serve as a little bit of an olive branch, a little bit of a rainbow going forward. So first of all, where do we find our hope? Maybe we find it in rainbows. How many of you were at the JCC last week and saw the rainbow overhead? Double rainbow. I felt comforted by that. I know Rabbi Rich wrote about it today in the Jewish Thought of the Week. Our colleague down the road at Temple of Aesthetics, she said she had been unable to cry until she saw the rainbow. There was something moving. It actually appeared right about the time I came up to speak. And I saw everyone snapping pictures, and I thought, this is what we needed. We needed to be together. That was a sign of hope. And it wasn't just Jews there. It was an extended community of how many people, I don't know, but a lot of us there. And we sang, and we prayed, and we watched that rainbow overhead. This is actually the place of rainbows. There's a reason why Harold Arlo penned Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and he's from Buffalo. Why? We have the Rainbow Bridge. We have a permanent set of rainbows in Niagara Falls. So whenever you want to go for hope, go out, drive down the 190, go over, right towards the Niagara Falls, maybe on the Rainbow Bridge. You don't have to even cross over to Canada. You will find a rainbow there on almost any day of the year. That is one mechanism of hope. We find it also in letters, and what I mean by that are the letters that we've received this week. This has been an amazing week that our colleagues have started to really reach out. I think a lot of people outside of our community haven't been sure how to reach out, so I'm going to read these letters that were presented to me on your behalf. The first one is from the UU of Amherst. Dear Rabbi Alex, I am writing on behalf of the congregation of UU of Amherst to convey our heartfelt concern and care for Congregation Shir Shalom in light of the escalating war in Israel. What a frightening and grievous time for the Jewish community here and throughout the world. Please convey to your members that you have our support. Second letter I received from my friend community, Zion United Church of Christ, and a friend of our family, Reverend Elizabeth Duffy. Dear Rabbi Alex and Congregation Shir Shalom, last Sunday we read Rabbi Alex's poem, Dusk, in October 2023, as we prayed for the people of Israel and Palestine. We could feel the pain in the poem, and we can only imagine the grief that you are feeling right now. While we continue to pray for peace, and will do so every Sunday as a congregation and individually as people of faith, we want you to know that you are not alone. If you need a colleague, a friend, or just a person of faith to stand with you, know that we are here. We are praying for you. We are praying for your family members who live in Israel. We are praying for peace. And we are here to support you as siblings of faith. Please know that you are not alone. We were given the name Zion by our church planners, and the land of Zion will always hold a special place in our hearts. Please reach out if at any time you need support. In God's abundant love, Reverend Elizabeth Duffy. And lastly, from our good friend, Reverend Hennessy, who was here last week supporting us. To our dear friends at Congregation Shir Shalom, we at North Presbyterian Church are heartbroken over the horrific attacks on Israeli citizens that occurred on October 7th, leading to a devastating war between Israel and Hamas in Gaza. We cannot imagine how painful these events must be for your congregation and Jews throughout the world whose lives are so deeply connected to Israel. Please know that we hold you in our prayers and weep with you over the terrible loss of innocent lives in Israel and Gaza. While you and so many others in the world, we pray for peace in Israel and for a future where Jews can live in safety everywhere, but especially in their homeland. Until that time, we remember the psalmist's words, "The Lord is near the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. May God draw close to you and enfold you in God's peace. With deep affection on behalf of the people of North Presbyterian Church, William Hennessy, pastor." Olive branches. It's good to have that. It's good to know, and I expect that we're going to have many more in the days to come as people see and they know how much we need them. Mostly, though, we find hope in one another. Think about all the times where you were gathered, either here at our congregation or in other spaces with Jews, how you consoled one another, how friends and family, not just in the Jewish world, did. We've had a wonderful set of ways that we've been here. We came last week in support of Israel and sang songs of Israel. We'll sing Hatikva. On Sunday, our religious school, our community religious school gathered. The parents consoled one another and the students as well in a beautiful fashion. Last night, we had a beautiful Buffalo Corner reading series where Nadia Sharam, who's an incredible, vibrant Iranian American, who is pained about the terrible oppression that her people in Iran are going through, and the more than 14 months of revolt that has led to many, many deaths. And we had a chance right over here, and I encourage you to listen to it again, to hear those words, which even though a lot of them were outside of our community, they really touched a nerve. I also had a chance this week to hear from our friends over at Roots. Roots is a peace organization and a place of hope for us when we think about what's happening now. These are Jewish settlers who are making peace with Palestinians who live in their midst. And they work so hard. These are from the far right wing of Jewish society, a place where you wouldn't think you could find common ground. But they said, if we're going to find peace, we have to find it with one another. And this week has been one of the most awful weeks for any peacekeeping organization within Israel. They are at odds with each other in the group, as you would imagine. What they describe is it's over, basically, they wanted to create a statement together. And they got stuck on all things a comma. A comma held up everything. On one side, they wanted, the Jewish settlers and the Jewish participants wanted a statement that said that we condemn the atrocities in Gaza and Hamas, period, full stop. And the Palestinian neighbors said, we also want to add in about all the oppression that we've received over the years and that is important in the context. And this is where they are, in a place of no return, but still they're at their table. The two leaders of the group, Rabbi Hanan Schlesinger and Noar, who's the Palestinian, they really made sure to continue to talk. They presented on Sunday to over 300 people, trying as hard as they can. I had a chance to talk directly to Hanan Schlesinger, who's the head of the organization, because they're going to be coming to Western New York, hopefully, God willing. We don't know. The plan is early February. And asked him, we got to reflect and learn about what we're going to do. But I also had a chance to ask him a very important question about how to actually approach this time. It was the night of the Walk of Abraham, a walk between Muslim and Christians and Jews in this area, where they happened coincidentally to be this past week. And I asked him, should we go? What does it mean to go when we know that going there, we have different politics? And this was his answer. It was very instructive to me. He said, yes, go, definitely. Bring as many people with you as possible. And most importantly, don't demand anything from the other side. Just show up. And that is what I did. Even there, I found hope. We're not gonna be together, us and much of the Muslim community, but we still need to show up for one another. We still need to try to find out, even in places where we feel we've been ignored, even in places where we feel that we feel less than. Let's go out to them. Let's embrace the letters and everything that comes to us, but let's also go out and extend a hand and show people how we're hurting. And in that way, I think we will be comforted. I wanted to read a poem that I read last night. It does have a number of curse words, so I apologize, but it is a wonderful poem. It's called Hope is Not a Bird, Emily, It's a Sewer Rat. Let me get the author here. Here it is. The author is Caitlin Seda, so I apologize. Hope is not the thing with feathers that comes home to roost when you need it most. Hope is an ugly thing with teeth and claws and patchy fur that seems some, you know what. It's what thrives in the discards and survives in the ugliest parts of the world, able to find a way to go on when nothing else can even find a way in. It's the gritty, nasty little carrier of such diseases as optimism, persistence, perseverance, and joy, transmittable as it drags its tail across your path and bites you in the tuchus. Hope is not some delicate, beautiful bird, Emily. It's a lowly little sewer rat that snorts pesticides like they were lines of coke and still shows up on time to work the next day looking no worse for the wear. May we find that hope anywhere we can find it. I invite you to rise for Aleinu. I'm going to bring up Naomi. Where is she? Naomi, we need you. Page 586. It's not enough just to pray. Let's go out and do good work in this world. Yeah, I've gotten mixed up. All right, here we go. You didn't see that. No, keep it open.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adonako, l'tefilu l'aliyah zebreshit, shelo asanu bigoyei haratzot, velo sabanu, k'mishpechot ha'adama, shelo sachalkenu kahem, v'yakov avenu, k'chol hamonam, v'anachnu koreim, ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Page 591.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. היום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד
You did it much better than I did. You may be seated. We turn to our Mourner's Kaddish, page 598. My sister's husband lost his father, R.E.A. Wood. Thinking about him. Marilyn Kent, Diane Simons, Howard Wolf, all who died in the last month. Actually, Howard Wolf, it's still the yard site for. The Shiva for. Yard site, we remember Virginia Bergman, Sonia Breitbart, Aaron Broder, Charles Cassover, Belle Chazen, Felix Dudek, John S. Fine, Bessie Fudeman, Elliot Goldman, Dora Goodman, Eleanor Baumler Gordon, Rose Gummins, Lois Heil, okay, Maximilian Huttner, Rose Jacobson, Simon Cariff, Jenny Kaufman, Frank Nightinger Jr., Frank Nightinger Sr., Gail Jacobson Lang, Morton Levy, Alan Lieberman, Arnold Lowenthal, Jack Mackler, William Olbert, Rachel Posner, Edna Raphael, Arthur Richard, Morris Revo, Max Schmeidler, Ida Soror, Helen J. Silver, David Paul Sipes, Herbert Slater, Dr. Bernard Slepian, George Weinrub, and Benny Wiseman. If there's other names you'd like to say, please feel free to do so.
Erwin Weiner?
Gerald Shane.
All those whose custom it is to rise, page 598. Yidkadal, Yidkadash Shemei Rabbah, V'alma divrach hirte, V'amlik malkute, V'chayachon, V'yamachon, V'chayed echol Beit Yisrael, V'agalau v'izman karib, V'yamru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah, V'varach li'olam ulmei maya. Yitbarak, V'yishtabak, V'yitpa'ar, V'yitramam, V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, V'yitaleh, V'yitalal, Shemeda Kudasha, Brechu, Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, Tush v'chata v'nechamata, Damiran bi'alma v'yimru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbam, V'vorach li'olam, Yeshei Shemaya, Min Shemaya, V'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael, V'yimru, Amen. O says Shalom b'imromav, Huya says Shalom, Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol Yoshvei Tevel v'imru. Amen. May God grant us peace here in our community and the world, and we say Amen. You may be seated. Zikronam levarcha, may their memory be for a blessing. See, you can do the same prayer over and over again, and still somehow it comes out wrong one of these days.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. The rabbi's remedial prayer lessons are going to be Saturday at 10.
Oh boy, I hope I don't have any crashes.
Welcome to our new members. We are so happy to have you part of this year's Shalom family. Thank you to Tara Cross and her membership committee. We've had a robust membership committee for a lot of years, but you guys are knocking it out of the park. And we try to do things for you guys. We have always tried to do everything we can for our members, and this batch of membership committee members are taking that to heart. Thank you, of course, to Rabbi Alex and Cantor Frank for a lovely service tonight, and something we don't do often, and I don't do often enough, and that's just thank you guys for what you do, for everything you do. You guys have probably seen Rabbi Alex on every media outlet in Western New York in the last week and a half. Now, most of it is because my friends in the media have called me and said, hey, can we talk to your rabbi? But they wouldn't do that if they didn't want to talk to our rabbi, because they know that he would talk eloquently and informatively and passionately. And so he provides comfort for us, but he also provides it for all of Western New York. So thank you for doing that. And thank you for what you do. A concert. You knew we were going to do something special. When the idea came up, could she have said, hey, that's a lot of work, I'm not sure we can pull it off? She could have said that. Instead, she said, of course we're going to do this. It's a little work. It's planning. It's rehearsals. It's figuring out what we're going to do. She's pouring her heart into it, like she does to everything that she does for us. So thank you for everything that you do. So, like I said, I don't say it often enough, but I'm really glad that you're my cantor and you're my rabbi.
I'll come over here.
Oh, Todd's here. He shouldn't hear that if he's got contract talks coming up. Speaking of the concert, that's Tuesday night. It's at 7 o'clock. Stand Up for Israel. All of the proceeds will benefit humanitarian relief through the Israel Emergency Fund. Our suggested donation is $36 a ticket. If you want to give more, please do. You should know that Michael and Joanne Berger established a matching grant, and for every dollar raised up to $1,800, they will match it dollar for dollar. So thank you to them, and thank you to you for supporting this this wonderful cause. Tickets are available in the temple office and on our website. There's a flyer outside the sanctuary, which includes a QR code. That will be a memorable evening, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you to Sheila Bernard-Tucker for sharing her thoughts tonight and for serving as our service greeter. Jill was helping you as well, Jill Hamilton. Thank you to both of you. Tomorrow morning, we have a virtual offering of Torah study at 9 o'clock via Zoom. Shabbat morning service and Kiddush luncheon will be at 10:45 at Temple Beth Zedek. Oh, speaking of the rabbi's media appearances, he will be with Judge Penny Wolfgang talking about this on WBBZ's Big Picture. That's tomorrow at 12:30 and Sunday at 10:30. It's so important that they have the rabbi on there running the show twice. Tuesday before the concert, we will be here with Shavetas. So please support that. We only have a couple more left for the year. So we're going to have a fast turnaround from Shavetas to a concert. The place might smell like chicken, but that won't bother the musicians. By the way, in case you are wondering, obviously the concert is the cantor. It's Ken Kaufman, it's Jay Dreff, and it's Roman, I'm going to butcher it, Nikinoloff, the cellist. So it really is a powerhouse lineup for that show. These are back, the Buffalo Bills yarmulkes. Where's Terry? There you are. Thank you to Terry for honchoing this. You said we got 5 more coming in? Okay, they're spoken for already? Anyway, if you want to get one, talk to Terry after services, and at least you put your name in for it. We will get them to you before the Super Bowl, we promise. And we'll want to wear them during the Super Bowl, of course. Our Tikkun Olam team this entire month is collecting non-perishable food for the Thanksgiving baskets. Please bring in for that. The Tikkun Olam team also has arranged for a tour of the Nash House Museum. That's on November 18th. That is as we continue our outreach to our East Side neighbors. So that's a really fascinating place over on the East Side. It is November 18th. It is at 12:30 p.m. Contact you, Karen Weissman, who's right in front of me, if you'd like to know more about that. Renovations are continuing. Thank you to Todd for honchoing all of this. The doors are coming, not the musical group, our doors. They are coming, and they're going to be spectacular. By the time it's all done and the open area is being worked on, our 64-year-old building is going to look like new. It's really exciting stuff. Coming up in November, we're starting something really special on Friday nights. It is called Jews of All Hues. This is presented by our CSS Adult Education Committee, sponsored by Michael Berger. First Friday of each month, from November through June, we are hosting a special Shabbat where we will highlight different regions of Judaism from around the world, followed by a special Oneg Shabbat catered by Bloom and Rose, featuring a special appetizer and desserts from that region. So we will be informing our minds and we will be satisfying our stomachs with Judaism from around the world. That begins November, the first Friday in November. I told you there's a lot. Women of Shir Shalom have a lot of stuff coming up. I'm not going to get into all of it, but the rummage sale is Sunday, November 12th. They're going to start taking donations Monday, November 6th, 9 to 11:30 and 2 to something?
9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay. And then, of course, you can certainly bring stuff in on Saturday. And if you'd like to help in the setup, talk to Julia if you'd like after the service. And then for the 4th year, they are offering Becker Farms pies and fudge for Thanksgiving. It is, where's Sheila? Sheila is honchoing that, so please talk to her about that. Lots more coming up. It's in the service leaflet. Check it out. Take it home with you. If you need us for anything, please talk to the rabbi, the cantor, Todd, Joanne, or myself. We are here for you. By the way, the new members, Mazel Tov again to our new members. After the service, please meet Tara over there you see all those bags on that cart? We have special treats for you guys. So please hook up with Tara afterward. And join us for the Oneg. Joanne usually bakes for the Oneg, but because it's a membership thing, Tara's been baking all week. It is a wonderful Oneg. So thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. And thank you for being part of our really wonderful Shir Shalom family.
Thank you, Bruce. It meant a lot. Page 678, we rise for Hatikva. Motzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. As you came in peace, please leave in peace. Please return to your prayer books, minus the leaflet to the front of our sanctuary. Shabbat shalom.